Hello friends, I'm Sean with Accent Alarms. I've been installing automatic slide gates and camera systems for nearly 25 years. I've always used the more popular brand names and typically focused on knowing one product really well. As technology changes, we've adapted to these changes as well. As you might suspect, as a small business working with large companies doesn't always go smoothly. When we find ourselves in this position, it's time to evaluate new products and new manufacturers. Our most recent evaluation led us to evaluate and enter into a partnership with Dahua, and we're excited to be part of their all-star program. Have you heard of Dahua? Probably not, and guess what? Until recently, I didn't know very much about Dahua either, even how to say it. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about Dahua and why we believe you should consider them too. Yes, we are aware that they've been banned from federal buildings. We also know that they had a cybersecurity issue, and we also know that they're a Chinese company. Keep watching and we'll dive into each one of these issues briefly, and then you can make a decision that works for you. We still have lots of other cameras available. We appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. We are working to bring you lots of new videos, so please leave us a comment on what you'd like to see. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again. Who is Dahua? I was wondering the same thing. 13,000 plus employees, 1,200 patents. They're a big deal. I was surprised I hadn't heard more about them. Number 2 by market share, 180 countries. That's pretty big. Brief company history here. You can see they started in 2001. As a reference, Access invented the first network camera in 1996. In 2015, they came to North America with 5 employees. In 2017, there's 100 plus. That's a growth of 1,800%. They have 4 U.S. offices in 3 cities. And that was in 2017. I'm not quite sure how many they have in 2019, but I'm guessing it's significantly more. You can see they have global reach, including many that are very U.S. friendly. And they work with nearly all the large players in the industry. Please feel free to pause the video anytime you want to look at something a bit closer. In August 2018, President Trump signed what is known as the John McCain National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2019. Within it is a ban on Dahua and others, including OEMs. The removal of this equipment should have been relatively straightforward. But when you see all the OEMs that are included under this produced for affiliates clause, man, that's a lot of companies and a lot of cameras. I'm sure you'll recognize some really big names on this list. Well, you may not have realized that you may already have a Dahua camera. In my opinion, I believe this ban might have been twofold. There was cybersecurity vulnerability discovered, and it probably makes sense that our military-related facilities, including command and control, have some additional hardening. Without getting into politics, feel free to comment your thoughts. I certainly realize there is a trade deficit, but this extends far beyond that. Let's take a look at cybersecurity a bit. In 2016, there was a distributed denial of service attack. And in 2017, cybersecurity issues were found with a backdoor with a Hike Vision. I'm not an expert at this stuff, but I did quite a bit of searching and reading, and there's far too much to include in this video. If this interests you, I encourage you to do some research. I do not intend to downplay this. It's simply my opinion that since this did happen, now Dahua must be excessively vigilant with their cybersecurity. People much smarter than me test and evaluate cybersecurity. I know at Accent Alarms we do our best to ensure that when we install products, we do our part to help ensure that you are protected by following industry best practices. We've participated in several webinars, read white papers, and learn what we can do, which is a huge step in the right direction, as it's often the simple things that lead to bad things happening in the cybersecurity world. We are certainly aware that cybersecurity failures are not just associated with Dahua. We have all heard about cybersecurity issues with Apple, Microsoft, and many others. But we still use our Macs, our PCs, our iPhones, and all the other devices. Speaking of, as a Navy vet and a patriot, I was very reluctant to buy cameras made in China. But as I did my research and pondered this, I realized, why am I ruling out better products with better price points, and so many of the other things I use day to day are also made in China? Consider all the things that you use from China. Why? Availability? Price point? I'm guessing those are the big two. Again, I'm not an expert on this sort of thing, but common sense prevails. I had to ask, why am I limiting my business, and why am I limiting our clients these choices when both already use so many other things made in China? Just to recap, yes, there's currently a ban coming in 2019 on Dahua. I'm hoping, since they are publicly traded and not a government-owned entity, that will change. Cybersecurity, true. In 2017 and 2016, they did have issues. Since then, they have resolved those issues and implemented a 7-tier baseline standard and third-party independent testing. Made in China, true, as are most other brands and many very common big-name companies via OEM agreements, and so many of the other things that we purchase. Other points of interest. Many big-name companies use Dahua as an OEM. Seems they must have liked their products. Dahua has the #1 warranty, 5-year. Incredible US growth since 2015. I have to wonder, since they are an OEM and in 2015 became direct sales, maybe there's a conflict of interest there. Without getting into politics, let us know what your thoughts on this are. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, we sincerely appreciate it.